You know what is exempt supplies. But do you know which supplies are exempt from tax under UAE VAT law? Welcome to Exempt Dubai. I am Faizan Ali, a business setup and tax consultant, helping people to start their own business in Dubai. I am associated with ANK Global. From the previous video, you know that input tax can be recovered by a person making taxable supplies, even if they are taxed at 0%. However, a person making exempt supplies cannot adjust or recover input tax. As a result, the person selling at 0% is charging zero output tax and still claiming refund of the input tax. On the other hand, the person selling exempt supplies is, though, not charging any output tax, but also, is not claiming input tax back. To seek complete understanding, you have to watch the previous video. In today's video, we shall discuss which supplies are exempt from VAT. Exemptions are discussed in Article 46 of UAE VAT law. Under this article, there are 4 supplies which are exempt. A mnemonic for them is: fear rarely lasts long. Fear rarely lasts long. Number 1 is financial services. Some specified financial services. But what are those specified financial services? We will discuss later on. Fear rarely lasts long. Number 2 is residential buildings, but those residential buildings whose sale or lease is not subject to zero-rated tax. We will discuss which residential buildings are zero-rated in the next video. All the other supplies of residential buildings will be exempt. Fear rarely lasts long. Number 3 is supply of bare land. A bare land is very easy to understand. Any land which is not covered by completed or partially completed building or any kind of civil works is called bare land. Fear rarely lasts long. Number 4 is supply of local passenger transport services. The word local implies that international passenger transport services does not fall under this exemption clause. Those will be discussed under zero-rated services. But the passenger transport services provided by land, air or water inside UAE are exempt. The first supply mentioned as exempt in UAE VAT law is financial services. But not all financial services are exempt. There are some specified financial services which are exempt. Let's discuss in detail. Financial services are services connected to dealings in money and the provision of credit. For example, exchange of currency, payment or collection of check or letter of credit, the provision of any loan or credit, the operations of any current, deposit or saving account, and provision of financial instruments. All are financial services. These services can be for an explicit fees, discount, commission, rebate or similar type of charges. In such cases, they will be taxable at 5%. On the other hand, these services can be for an implicit margin or spread. In such cases, they will be exempt. Let's analyze some instances. Bank charge fees for opening of account. It is explicit fees. And hence, is taxable at 5%. Overdraft fees is also explicit fees. But, overdraft income of bank is for an implicit margin. Credit card membership fees is explicit fees. While, interest income earned by banks on credit cards are for an implicit margin. If bank charge fees for changing name of customers in their system, it will be taxable at 5% as it has explicit fees. If an asset management company charges any management fees, sales fees or distribution fees, it will be taxable at 5% as it is an explicit fees. However, if asset management company is earning any interest income on investments, it will be exempt. Hope this will clear difference between implicit spread and explicit fees. Any supply made under an Islamic financial arrangement shall be treated in such a way as to give an outcome comparable to that which would be the case for their non-Islamic counterparts. It is all for, now, but we will be back with the next video, which will be related to zero-rated supplies.